I'd gone total outback in New South Wales, deep into the country of red earth, full immersion on roads so lonely that what appeared on the signs and map to be a settlement turned out to be nothing more than a remote sheep or cattle station. I'd never been nervous when I had half a tank of gas, but I was getting concerned now. It might be 200 miles to the next petrol station. Along the way, I would encounter nearly forgotten mining towns, historic pubs, and a nearly unknown cemetery that may have had one of the oldest headstones in the country. There were also the quirky touches that kept the often desolate and bleak outback entertaining. And now I had a decision to make, so I parked at the roadside to assess the situation. That's when a man driving a truck pulled alongside me. This is what I might call divine timing, or road magic, when what might be the only car of the day stops to assist you. So we're at a junction. I'm learning how things work out here. This is Berthong, and it is just a station. That's it right over there. Just a cattle station probably, or sheep station. And that's it. That kind gentleman in that ute there, he just pointed me out to the right direction if I want to go get some petrol. So I think I might go and top up about a half tank, but distances are big out here. So even though the sign and the map make it look like Berthong might be a little settlement, well, it's not. It's just a property that you're looking at right now. The guy was stopped back there to see if I was okay. Turns out he's originally from Croatia, and he came here when he was 18 to work in the mines not far from here. And he must have done all right. He used to live in Sydney when he was young, and now he owns a station somewhere out here. I'd found a station, but not the kind of station I needed. I motored onward, thinking this is not a place you want to run out of fuel. Goat crossing. Get along now, goats. Looks like I'm deep into mine country now. Hey, little lizard, how you doing? Just hanging out? Here at the rest stop? What's up, buddy? I think that guy may have been mistaken. He thought there was going to be gas in Gilgunya, but it's just a roadside rest. I have an Australian friend who lives in the States, and her name is Tara, and she's in one or two of my videos. You got your own station out here now? The nights can be quiet and calm, but the wind in the daytime can blow all day long, just about every day out here. I can't say I've ever really been nervous when I had a full half tank of gas before, and I'm not real nervous right now either, but I am a little bit concerned because the distances down here are so huge between one gas station to the next. And the last place I got gas was in Inkerma, and I think if you did the whole trip, it's probably maybe a 3-hour drive from Inkerma down to, I think it's Hilldale. Check the map on that one. Helston, I think it is. I'm worried a little bit about that, that's all. I got a little less than half a tank right now, so I can just cruise slowly, and maybe that'll get a little bit better gas mileage. One of the reasons I'm a little concerned is because I don't really know this car. I haven't really tested out to see what the mileage is on it, yet everything here is in liters and kilometers, and that's kind of throwing me off as well. So hopefully I'll make it to the next petrol station. Right? Yeah, be right, mate. The earth sure is red out here, isn't it? Zoom in on some of that. Very red dirt. The red outback. Within the red earth are minerals, and I was headed to the former mining town of Mount Hope. The settlement of Mount Hope was known for being in a copper mining district. The only remaining business in this town of 16 people is the pub, built in 1883. I stumbled upon what appears to be a free shower right behind this building here. Let me show you. Right inside this rustic little building here are hot showers. It's always nice to take a few minutes out of your day to have a nice hot shower, right? Especially when you're traveling. So if you find yourself in Mount Hope, New South Wales, this is the place you can stop. As far as camping overnight here, I can't really say, but there is a little fire pit down there, and so maybe it's all right. Maybe just ask the locals. This is the Mount Hope pub, and they say they're in the middle of nowhere on the road to everywhere. That's their slogan, and it's got a good history here, and this is the only concrete bar that's still in existence or something like that. It's solid. Just have a quick look around. Some historic photos, old mining town, farming,
And you got this guy here. Check this dude out. He is huge. He's about as big as my hand. Cool praying mantis. Hey, what's up, buddy? Eat any flies today?
I walked up a dirt track across from the pub to have a look.
Quite a big view from the Mount Hope area. This is looking out from the top of the hill. Top of some hill, anyway. These little flies are really annoying. They buzz in your ears and they buzz up your nose sometimes. They crawl around your mouth, get in your eyes, crawl around your face. They're just, really obnoxious little flies, and they're just always on you, it seems like. Good morning. I am between Mount Hope and Hillston, and you can just have another place to park for free if you like. And so you can see it's just pretty wild here. So it's another option if you're just looking for a place to park. I think it's all right to camp here. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's already really hot, and the flies were out to greet me first thing in the morning as soon as I got out of the car about 7. I've got a little bit less than a quarter of a tank now, and I hope I can get to Hillston. That's the nearest petrol from right here. Some sort of orchards out there. Heading toward Hillston. Gotta get to the petrol station, get some diesel for this thing. And I can't believe this road is actually smooth. Wow, oops, spoke too soon. It's a little bit bumpy now. I made it to Hillston, okay, so I'll fill up with some drinking water. And they're pretty good about getting water to travelers in many of these towns. Unlike Silverton, Colorado, where I was actually refused water twice, including once at the visitor center. I may not want to hang out in Hillston for very long. I can hear crop dusters spraying out there. So nothing wakes you up in the morning like toxic poison being sprayed, right? This is Hillston. I'll get some petrol here and be on my way after I go to the library for a bit. You'll find that fuel prices are extremely expensive here. This is not per gallon, this is per liter. So you're paying anywhere, when you convert the dollars to American dollars, you're paying about $5.50 to $6 a gallon. Filled it up with diesel, and it cost almost $100 Australian. And now we're heading to Booligal. The road to Booligal is paved with nothing. It's dirt and gravel. And it just abruptly changed, and I just got passed by a big road train and left a heap of dust. It's really flat here. It takes a long time, a lot of driving, to get a change of scenery. I'm turning here because I saw this sign, and I'm like, really? Out here in the middle of nowhere? There's a cemetery? Okay, I gotta check it out. Wow, no kidding, there is a cemetery out here. Let's go have a look. We'll park it underneath this shady tree here. It's mighty hot, it's about 95 degrees. There is indeed a cemetery here. Some of these aren't that old. I mean, this one's 2017. That one back there looks quite old. Let's have a look at this and see how old the date on that one is, if we can. 1908. That's pretty old for Australia. At first I couldn't see anything on this stone, but then I got a close-up look from the side and the light, and it says, "In memory of Kathleen Ryan, the daughter of Joa Cassie Suckton, who departed this life in November of 1878. Quite the fancy fence, and this has what looks to be possibly quite an old headstone. I can't tell. It says 1812 down there, but I can't tell if that's when he was born or when he died. Yeah, it says May of 1812. This chap died in 1877. Another section over here. The ones in front look to be buried from the 30s through the 50s. The ones in back look older. Let's go have a look at those. Yeah, these are the late 1800s back here. This one from 1881 is just crumbling back into the earth. This one over here, 1883. This one from 1922, just standing out here pretty much on its own. You've got to wonder what life was like back then. You think life's hard now in some instances. They didn't have cars. They just had a horse and buggy. And this, as remote as it is today, must have been even that much more remote back then. Life must have been very, very hard. Late 1800s, early 1900s. I didn't realize I was being watched here at the cemetery. Flies, flies, and more flies. Crawling all over my face. Well, that was an interesting little detour, so let's get back on the road. We've got a lot of miles, but no worries. I've got no place to be and all day to get there. Looks like we've got a lot of cows in the middle of the road, at least on each side. Okay, move. Over. Move. Hey, get over. Piss off. Come on. Get out of here. Gah! Come on. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. Knock it off. Get out of the way. Oh, a lot of cows here to get through the cow gauntlet. Okay, little one, you're just gonna stand there right in the middle. Hey, hey, mama, come on. Get away. Move it, little baby. Come on. Beep, beep, move. Hang on. Looks like we've made it to Booligal. Looks like it might be a town that's seen better days. Might be one of those fading towns. The Booligal Public School, established 1871. I don't know if it's still going though. Looks like maybe a little church here. Might be a lot of history in this area. St. Alban Church, Anglican Parish. I just love how these little towns with like 30 people have these massive signs. Booligal! Maybe it's some sort of government thing where they give every town a big sign. There's a tiny home in Booligal. Kind of cute. Simple. Probably affordable. Post office and store. I don't know if that thing's still going. Look at those old gas pumps. Those are pretty ancient. They must have had a deal on those old school buses. Looks like that might have been the old courthouse. A little history of the town of Booligal. I just noticed this down here. Electricity only came here in 1986. Another free shower spot. Booligal. Might as well make use of the facilities. What town in Australia would be complete without a pub? Check this dude out. It sure is flat out here, isn't it? And this is the iconic One Tree Hotel, which looks to be a private residence now. On the road to Hay. And it is very flat. The plains out here. Here on the plains, these are my neighbors for the evening. That's my vehicle right out there. As you can see, it's pretty wide open out here. Here's a cattle station way out there, and some guys over there that are with some cattle and a caravan. In the morning, it's very peaceful. No wind and the flies aren't out just yet. And if there's a tree out here, you can see it from miles away. It's like a mirage in the distance already forming. Another place to park it for the night for free. However, this one was a little bit more tricky. You can see back there, there is a fence, so I'm at the edge of private property, and what's out here, you know, it could be private property as well. I don't know, but there's nobody out here, and I just found a little track, and it led to this dirt strip, which I drove for maybe a couple miles, and then I just decided to park it there. You know, like I say, there's nobody out here. And it's very peaceful and quiet, and when the wind died it was incredibly peaceful and the stars were quite amazing. So I came down from Mount Hope down along here and over to Hillston, and then I cut across on this road, this little road that turns to dirt, and down to Booligal, and then from Booligal I've come down and there's the one tree, and then I'm going down to Hay. Those roos or wallabies are hopping fast. 40 k's an hour. This is the track I came down last night. The old railway station here in Hay. Inside these railroad cars is a little museum, and it tells you about the internment camps here during World War II. Hey, we're in Hay.
Hay, with a population of about 3,000 people, is the administrative center and service town for this region of productive agriculture for which it's known. Numerous motels, stores, pubs, and historic buildings line the streets. There's also a sheep shearers' hall of fame with exhibitions of shearing and all things shearing related, and they put on live shearing demonstrations. Hay was also known as a place of internment camps during World War II. At the beginning of the war in 1940, internment camps were constructed around the town, which housed almost 3,000 German and Austrian internees from England, where they would become famous as the Dinero Boys. The camps operated for 6 years, and with the thousands of internees and prisoners of war, the town's population doubled. The township of Hay was named not for hay grown in the region, but for Sir John Hay, a local pastoralist and member of Parliament, after the town was gazetted in 1859.
They have a sheep shearers hall of fame here in Hay, and also an airport. This place is so flat, barren, and desolate that gum trees are worthy of a road sign, along with the hotel that used to be here. Sometimes the only thing left in a town, like here in Borderland, is the pub. Not much else here. Borderland actually had 200 people living here at one time, and it was a stock route in the early days, and there was a well sunk here. It's nice that they have these around Australia, especially in the remote areas, in case you need to make a phone call. You still got phone booths here in some places. Have a look inside the historic pub. Don't know if you can see much, it's pretty dark. Always keep your eyes on the road, because there could be a dead kangaroo in the middle of it. I'm heading south, and I want to head to the coast because it's supposedly going to be like 45 to 48 degrees here. So it's going to be hot. Really, really hot. So it's a good time to head to the coast. The fun and funny things you find when you're traveling. Here's the bra fence. I showed you the bra tree and the underwear bush, and now we've got the bra fence. So there you go. That's a lot of bras. A lot of bras. I just crossed the river and I'm now in Victoria.
Yes, I was now in the state south of New South Wales, Victoria. It was time to leave the Outback, as temperatures were expected to soar to 48 degrees, that's 118 Fahrenheit, and hopefully find cooler weather along the ocean shores. I was looking forward to seeing the coastline,
headlands, and rocky pinnacles, the beaches, and all that goes with it. I would be heading toward the Great Ocean Road. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a like on the video, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is the Rockhopper. I'll see ya.